sedang bersusah hati, air matanya berlinang, cintanya terkenang.
Selama ini banyak bule mengenal Indonesia sebagai negeri yang damai, penuh senyum, murah hati, dan begitu ramah menyambut tamu asing. Bagi mereka, Indonesia adalah surga dunia. Alamnya menakjubkan, makanannya lezat, biayanya murah, dan orang-orangnya selalu hangat. Tapi citra itu mendadak goyah ketika demonstrasi besar-besaran terjadi di Indonesia. Bukan hanya rakyat kita yang gelisah, dunia internasional pun ikut menyorotinya. Media asing ramai memberitakan, dan tak sedikit bule angkat suara di media sosial.
If you love traveling or vacationing anywhere in Indonesia like Bali, you should probably know why most of Indonesia, or at least most of Jakarta, is protesting right now. And even in most major cities outside of Jakarta, because every headline that you'll read about these protests in the West are probably going to be about how the protests are incredibly violent and people are rioting. When the protests started, because parliament members are receiving like around $3,000 in housing, just for housing outside of their salary, which $3,000 in Indonesia is a ton of money. And outside of that, people in Indonesia are suffering from insane inflation and insane cost of living. And then during these protests, I think during the weekend, during one of the protests, a Gojek rider who was delivering food was hit by a riot police car, and once the police car hit the driver, the police car kept going and ran him over again, and the Gojek driver died. And if you've ever visited Indonesia, you know that Gojek and Grab drivers are basically like the backbone of the country. And so when you read these headlines about how protesters are rioting and they're violent, this is why they're protesting, and this is what the police do when they're supposed to be protecting the citizens, but instead they protect the people.
Sudah berapa hari aku melihat video seperti gini tentang apa yang terjadi di Indonesia, dan bikin aku sangat sedih dan patah hati tentang situasinya. Semuanya kata-kata hilang dari kepala aku, kayak kok bisa terjadi sampai kini ya. Saya berduka cita atas meninggalnya teman kita, sopir Gojek tersebut. Kalian tetap aman dan jangan sampai radikal. Dan berdoa saja untuk semuanya.
Beberapa hari lalu saya melihat berita bahwa ada supir Gojek. Saya sangat sedih. Kenapa ini bisa terjadi? Karena saya sangat cinta Indonesia.
People of Indonesia are really doing their big one right now. That is how you protest. That is how you tell your government you're done with the bullshit. They're protesting because there's corruption in the government where representatives are getting a raise. Meanwhile, the working class is dealing with high unemployment and high cost of living. There's a creator on here, I tagged her below. She does a really good job of breaking it down and make it easy to understand the conflict and what's going on, so I would definitely give that a watch. The government has met the protesters with force, is also taking part in censorship. One of the ways the government is trying to censor what's going on in Indonesia is by talking to social media apps. This app disabled the live feature because they want to keep their live feeds civil and friendly. The government censoring social media when these protests have already gotten violent is not good. That's not good. That's scary. We know how bad police brutality is at protests in America because of social media. Globally, I feel like these governments know that they are losing control over their people, and so they are trying to take away the democratic processes. Rather than give the power to the people, it's nope, full on authoritarian regime.
Disinilah ironi muncul. Selama ini mereka mengagumi Indonesia setinggi langit. Namun apa yang mereka lihat kini benar-benar kontras. Negara yang mereka anggap tentram ternyata menyimpan ketegangan politik. Negeri yang katanya ramah ternyata punya luka sosial yang jarang terekspos keluar. Banyak orang asing mulai sadar ada yang tidak beres, dan mereka tidak segan mengomentarinya. Bahkan para pengamat internasional menilai sistem politik Indonesia menyimpan bom waktu yang bisa meledak jika tak segera dibenahi.
Kondisi Indonesia saat ini agak menyedihkan menurut saya, walaupun Indonesia sudah memperlihatkan bahwa demokrasi bisa berhasil di Indonesia dan banyak warga yang mendukung keras sistem demokrasi di Indonesia. Sekaligus ada masalah ongkos politik yang tinggi, ada kecenderungan, ada praktek serangan fajar, dan ada kecenderungan oligarkis akibatnya. Jadi juga dampak kompetisi demokrasi terhadap kualitas pelayanan publik tidak seperti diharapkan. Jadi tetap ada korupsi, tetap ada kerugian uang negara. Jadi saya kira penting untuk tetap memperjuangkan, untuk tetap mendorong para politisi supaya kualitas kinerja pemerintah lebih baik di Indonesia.
We're following closely the spate of violence in Indonesia in the context of nationwide demonstrations. We stress the importance of dialogue to address the public's concerns. It is also important that the media is permitted to report on events freely and independently. The authorities must uphold the rights to peaceful assembly and freedom of expression while maintaining order in line with international norms and standards in relation to the policing of public assemblies. All security forces, including the military when deployed in a law enforcement capacity, must comply with the basic principles on the use of force and firearms. We call for prompt, thorough, and transparent investigations into all alleged violations of international human rights law.
Kondisi ini membuat citra Indonesia di mata dunia berada di persimpangan. Di satu sisi, kita tetap dipuji sebagai negeri eksotis penuh keramahan. Tapi di sisi lain, wajah politik kita menimbulkan tanda tanya besar. Indonesia itu seperti surga, tapi kami baru sadar, surga ini ternyata tidak dirasakan semua orang di sini, tulis seorang bule di media sosial. Komentar itu menohok, karena memang benar, banyak warga asing merasa lebih damai hidup di Indonesia dibanding negara mereka sendiri. Namun demonstrasi ini menyadarkan mereka bahwa kenyamanan itu tidak sepenuhnya milik rakyat kita. Masih ada jurang kesenjangan, masih banyak yang berjuang keras hanya untuk bertahan hidup, sementara elit politik bergelimang fasilitas. Dan di balik senyum ramah rakyat Indonesia yang mereka kagumi, ada penderitaan yang lama terpendam. Itulah wajah ganda negeri ini. Surga bagi yang melihat dari jauh, tapi penuh perjuangan bagi yang hidup di dalamnya.